Welcome to the 8th race of the MRN CS Cup season here from Texas, the Interstate Batteries 200.
Drivers, start your engines.
The command has been given, and what we'll notice right off the bat, that Atlanta's record has been smashed. Matt Kenseth coming within a couple miles an hour of Bill Elliott's qualifying record, a whopping 209.848 miles per hour. Once again, Trevor Bayne getting a front row qualifying position. Paul Menard and Aric Almirola also qualifying inside the top 20. Meanwhile, you see Devon Williams, championship points contender, along with Joey Logano, both qualifying outside the top half of the field. Marcus Ambrose is also outside the top half. That's the big notes here for the starting lineup. Should be a great day for racing. Not too hot, not too cold. Wind is really not blowing that strong. Texas, as we all know, has been a strange track ever since it was constructed in 1997. It's been reconfigured and repaved several times to work out the kinks. Hopefully these kinks have been worked out up to this point. Matt Kenseth. Trevor Bayne's going to take him down to the start and finish line. Denny Hamlin third rather. Brian Vickers fourth and Jimmie Johnson fifth. Here we come down to the green flag here at Texas Motor Speedway. Kenseth gets a great jump off the start. There's still 2x2. Tony Stewart looking down low there. Not going to be able to get anywhere. Johnson trying to clear Trevor Bayne perhaps before they get onto the back straightaway. The Joe Gibbs cars of Denny Hamlin and Matt Kenseth jump out to a quick 1-2 advantage. And we have the Hendrick drivers of Jimmie Johnson and Jeff Gordon third and fourth. These guys are, of course, perennial championship contenders. Jeff Gordon, the points leader, coming into this race. And now lap 2 comes up, and Matt Kenseth will lead the first lap of this race. Here comes Denny Hamlin down to the inside. They're going to go 3 wide coming off of 2. Definitely a bold move. Hamlin down low. Keselowski, of course, he's trying to repeat. He's trying to get 2 wins in a row. And here comes second place in points, Kyle Busch, trying to find himself in the lead as Denny Hamlin will lead a lap. And now Kyle Busch is being pushed here by Paul Menard. And we all know how well the RCR cars have fared so far in this series. Pretty simple. Not well, and that was a brash move there by Kyle Busch, trying to perhaps lead in yet another race. Kyle Busch, at some point in the race, he's always seems to be very close to the front, if not running at the front. He's dominated a good part of 4 or 5 races so far this year, and it's actually a great surprise to me not to see a win in the wins column. Not to see a 1 in the wins column here for Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin's going to try to sneak underneath Kyle Busch. Steal a lap led away from him. Is not going to happen. Kyle Busch leads a lap in yet another race here in the MRN CS. And now week 2's winner, Clint Bowyer at Rockingham, is going to get underneath the rookie, Brian Scott. The 78 cars right there with him. Right behind him, Richard Childress in the 3, and then we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 17. Lap 6 now, as Brian Scott is yet to have been passed, as he's looking for some way, if there is any, to get around the former points leader, Denny Hamlin. And the points leaders have not fared very well in our races either, usually taking an early exit after they take the points lead. Now, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., here's something rare. You don't see the 17, the 9, and the 43 trying to gang up for the lead at every single track. And the 17 jumps out to the inside, and now the RPM cars of Marcus Ambrose and Aric Almirola are potentially going to try to go for the lead. Meanwhile, the 33 car of Brian Scott actually has the lead. Can he keep it from Denny Hamlin all the way to the line? Hamlin's going to slip underneath him coming up off of 4, but is it enough? No. Brian Scott is going to lead a lap per RCR. Always good to see one of those cars up there, especially with how horribly they've raced. And now they are going. Wow, the field is all kinds of stacked up right now. 3 by 3 for at least, I would say, 6, 7 rows back there. David Ragan starting to clear this entire mess as Denny Hamlin will take him to the line. Lap 9. And AJ Allmendinger, he finished 4th at Talladega. He certainly would not mind another top 5 finish. 2 in a row. And now Danica Patrick also starting to work her way through the field. She's up into the top 5 as well. Now Kyle and Kurt Busch, where did they just come from? They'll come to the line. Kurt Busch takes the lap lead. Now we'll go to some highlights now. Here on lap 10, Danica Patrick will end up taking the lead. And then 2 laps later, this happens. We mentioned a lot about the RCR cars not having any luck. This will take out 2 of them, the 27 and the 33. The 17 also involved in this wreck, as the 33 will end up taking the tumble. Here's a replay. This is on board the 27 car. You'll see the 33 just slides down. There's nowhere for Paul Menard to go. And that will just completely dent in his front end. Meanwhile, on board Brian Scott, you'll see he just gets turned going down the back straightaway. And then he'll just get punted a couple of times and then ride the outside wall all the way down and then take the tumble down the 20+ degrees banking. Here's on board Jamie Mack. And just a bunch of smoke in front of him. Oh! Wow. Nowhere for McMurray to go there. Casey Mears also getting involved. And now, here we go now to lap 17. Reed Sorensen led him back to the line, who was actually last place in points. He ended up leading a couple of laps. And now Keselowski takes the lead. Lap 23, Kasey Kahne finds the lead. And then lap 26, for how good Brian Vickers has been, Vickers only now finally leads his first lap in the MRNCS season. Lap 28, Martin Truex will go 3 wide for the lead. And then on lap 32, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. proving that once again he does not know how to drive. And the true big one happens coming off of 2. The 36, the 48, the 92, the 42, the 2, the 14, the 22. Just this entire cluster, and the 31 finally getting judged, as now only the 3 survives for Richard Childress Racing. There's the 48 spinning. You'll see the 42, the 14, and the 92. They'll just get into each other. Keselowski spinning. Wow, Alex Bowman got through that entire thing. Oh! The 10 and the 88 absolutely plowing into the 14 car. Oh, I cannot believe the 20. Here's an onboard camera of the 23. Watch this. Barely avoids that. Look at that. How the hell did the 23 car get through that entire thing? On board the 31, and you'll notice the 17 car just has no regard for everyone else. Just blocks up the entire track. I'm surprised that the officials did not wave the blue flag to the 17 car to let them know, hey, people are coming, but hell, apparently not. So now going back, lap 41, Kurt Busch will take the lead away from AJ Allmendinger. However, he would not end up leading the lap as Kevin Harvick ends up taking the lead, and then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. deliberately causes a second wreck, somehow out of frustration, taking more contenders out, including Trevor Bayne and Kevin Harvick. The last of the 2 and the 11 cars were also taken out in this race. Lap 51, Kurt Busch will retake the lead, and then on lap 54, the most unlucky driver in the MRNCS season so far, Michael Annett, actually takes the lead, only 2 laps later to have the lead taken away from him by Austin Dillon. Lap 62, lap traffic starts getting into the way. Kurt Busch once again finding himself in the lead. And then on lap 69, Brian Vickers showing himself as an extremely fast car. He'll end up retaking the lead. Now we'll go back to lap 75 here. 10 laps to go, rather. Kasey Kahne has the lead. Matt Kenseth in second. Brian Vickers in third. Front Row Motorsports, David Gilliland is in fourth. That is Carl Edwards slow on the apron. That might bring out a yellow. Now, a reminder, yellow at this stage in the race will... it might... Well, we know that there's going to be a single file restart no matter what. But it might even bring out... it might even end underneath yellow. So we need to be very careful here these last couple of laps. The race is pretty much down between these four drivers. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be between Vickers, Kenseth, Gilliland, or Kasey Kahne? None of these four drivers have won in the MRN-CS before. Kasey Kahne has, of course, had the 14 entrances into the MRN-CS beforehand. I believe so did Kenseth. You're right. Kenseth was in the 17. So Kenseth and Kahne have the previous experiences. Gilliland and Vickers do not. Now Kahne doing pretty well, but of course having a couple of last place qualifying positions here in the 5. Did not do very well for Evernham, the 9 car. Now here's some lap traffic. Vickers trying to go high. Is there going to be any room? Barely! Michael McDowell just... the field just came up on him, and there's smoke all over the place. I'm not... Oh! Oh! And that barely missed the leaders. There goes the 11, the 24, and the 10. That is the points leader once again wrecking out of the race. Alright, you want some proof that Danica Patrick cannot drive? Watch this. I don't know if this is a conspiracy, but this is... 2 cautions came out due to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and a caution came out due to the 10 car. Now the 11 just has nowhere to go with the 24 sliding down the track. Well, this is going to cause a green-white checkered restart. Unbelievable. This might cause a green-white checkered restart. Not 100% sure. All depends on if the caution lights come out. Now, a lot of this bunches up. This makes a lot more possibility. Here we go. Yeah, green-white checkered. Going to restart on lap 83. Michael McDowell is going to be in the way of a bunch of lead lap cars. And the question is, can Vickers capitalize on the advantage that Michael McDowell is going to give him? Kahne and Kenseth are going to have to jump out to the outside very, very quickly. The 20 is going to get a huge jump on the 5. The 41 is going to get a huge jump on the 38. The 16 is going to get a huge jump on the 7. The 15 is going to get a huge jump on them all. You never know about Allmendinger. This is going to be a very crazy. Now we're actually just got word that the 17 has actually been suspended 3 races and docked 50 points for basically inexcusable driving. For avoidable contact, he deliberately caused basically 2 accidents. In the 10 car, I don't know if that was a spotter fail by Danica Patrick or not, but that I can see that maybe being an accident. That was just a spotter fail. But the 17, I mean, you have huge packs running up on you twice, and you just don't get out of the way. Cause a huge incident. So the 17, at least Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to be suspended for 3 races, and he's going to be docked 50 points. As the green flag comes out, Michael McDowell indeed does get out of the way. The 41 does get a huge jump on the 38. 16 does get a huge jump on the 7. And now the 20 is going to try to get down to the inside of the 5. Can anybody catch Brian Vickers, though? He's got about a 2-car length lead on everybody. Brian Vickers, can he win his first MRN-CS race? Where did Austin Dillon come from? The 3 car coming out of nowhere all of a sudden. 1 more lap to go. Austin Dillon passing everybody. 3 wide. Here comes Greg Biffle down to the inside. If Biffle gets to the inside of the 3, that's it for them. That is it for them. Here comes Kenseth to the inside of Vickers. Kenseth is there. Can he win it from the pole? Vickers backing off to the inside. Here comes Ambrose now. Ambrose making it 3 wide to the line. Matt Kenseth is going to win here at Texas. And, wow, the 16 car barely hanging on to second. Vickers drifts all the way back to third. Marcus Ambrose is fourth, and I believe the 15 car will be credited with fifth. Oh, a crazy race for certain. And look at how many retirees, most of them due to the 17 car, only 16 cars actually finishing the race. Point standings are going to be in the description. Thanks for watching this presentation.